It was a curse word, and yeah.
So we've now started, have we?
Yep, it's broadcasting now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pop in to make sure it's looking good.
I'll bring it up on my other screen.
So we all good?
Yes.
Sweet.
You are currently set to say you're playing Elder Scrolls Online, by the way.
Yeah, I think I can fix that.
And it is a black screen.
Is it blank right now? I think
Yes.
that might be because the camera is... Get rid of that. I might have to tell it specifically to go to this window.
We're doing it live.
This worked last time. That's very strange. It's not a game.
Is it fixed?
Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Trying to get it to just screen cap, but it's not doing it the way I like. Alright, you should be seeing something in a minute. It'll look really stupid.
The OBS infinite window. There it is.
That should be going away.
It's
All right,
up
we
now.
see your browser.
Sweet.
Yep, there's the infinite window on my end. Alright.
Jesus Christ, read some of your emails, man.
That's my account that I don't care about. That's where the spam goes.
I mean, even in the one that I do care about, I've probably got more unread messages than that one. Because I just don't pay any attention to them.
Alright, it should have updated to D&D now.
Right, so everyone happy?
I believe so.
Okay, so
We
going
already
by
have a
what?
viewer. Hello, Zunix. I will not be talking to the viewers the rest of this game.
So going by the recap we just had, what are you guys doing? As Evan Rutsk is standing there after being interrogated a small amount by you guys, giving you his tale of woe.
Valenti wants to talk to the priest and the knight a little bit if they will, like, step away from the guy to have a brief discussion.
Okay.
He just wants to make it real clear to them that he knows the dude's lying about a bunch of stuff.
Okay. As you move away, Evan Rutsk calls out, Coopson, please, a brandy for myself and our guests. And you see the butler come and go, yes, sir, of course, at once. And he sort of exits out and goes off to get some brandy.
Oh, God.
From a door behind Lord Rusk, you see Coopson come in with a silver platter with brandy and a single glass on it.
Just a glass.
Yes, here you go, sir. You
Wow.
see Lord Rusk go, Coopson, I asked for enough for everyone.
Valenti's looking a little shocked at how bad the servant is.
Yeah. So Coopson says, oh, yes, of course, sir, of course. One moment. And he walks out again.
Hard to get good help, huh?
Of course, yes, sometimes. From the other door, you see Coopson enter, holding a silver platter with multiple glasses on and a bottle of port. It says, here you go, sir. The brandy was gone. I'm afraid you'll have to have this.
I
So
mean,
which
that's just wine mixed with, like, brandy, dude.
To which Lord
Did
Rusk
you
goes,
take the last of the brandy and pour it into some
Port?
wine?
Wait, what? You on about port?
No, yeah.
yes.
Fortified wine, that's what it is.
It's fortified. I was about to say it's wine, then brandy, then port, is it not?
Port
Was
is
it
a
that-
fortified wine that they added extra alcohol to so that it would last longer during shipping.
Fair enough. Right, carry on.
Yep.
To which Lord Russ goes, Coopson, what are you doing? You've just brought me the brandy. To which Coopson goes, yes, of course, sir. My apologies.
Port's okay if it's here. It's all right.
At this point, you see Coopson, the butler, start to back out, and at that point, you see the door open behind Lord Rusk, and Coopson walks through it.
Is it just me, lads, or is there multiple of that butler guy?
Lord Rusk looks in shock and Coopson, please explain what is going on here. Why are there two of you?
Can I say that while this conversation's happening, I'm summoning the bird in the doorway that opened and sending it after the person that walked through it.
Yeah, Flunchu taps Bowling on the shoulder. Don't let either of these guys leave, man. Do what you gotta do.
Okay, Bowling will follow orders.
For housekeeping, could I stipulate that I had the Zone of Truth coming from my holy symbol?
Just out of curiosity, I don't suppose any of you can detect poison. Flunchu wonders aloud. Seems a little strange to be bringing one drink for him and a different one for us.
Especially considering that there's two of them.
Yeah, this situation's gotten strange real fast, Lord Rusk.
I must admit, I do not understand what is going on here. I have one Coopson. I do not know why there are two.
Are they both in the room right now?
Yep.
Well, I guess the jig is up then.
So at that point, you see one Coopson start to shift and go from this stooped old man. He grows about a foot. You see his face start to shift.
So can I tell if this is magic or if it's changeling?
It's neither. Well, no, it's
This is an invocation, isn't it?
Just wondering if that's something he can do too. So
no,
I would like to draw my blade and impose myself between this guy and the Lord.
So as you look, it's actually something you recognize. It's
Optimus Prime.
Gentlemen.
It's actually Vigil, someone that you have been traveling with for a while, who you haven't seen around lately. They've been gone for a little bit.
Hey, Vigil, what brings you here?
Got distracted. Curious.
Can I just point out how difficult it is to actually understand you like that?
Is it really bad?
It's actually pretty difficult.
He's a warforged, so I'm going for a robot voice changer. I'm sorry if it's terrible.
It's a little bad, but
Yeah, it's not the easiest, but it's not terrible either.
It's kind of funny.
Okay. If it's I mean
it's
bad enough that you
difficult.
don't want me to keep.
It's difficult. It's not bad. It's just difficult.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe
keep
that's,
going with it.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe we often are like, dude, what are you talking about?
Is there a way to like tone it down so it doesn't quite do it as much?
I'm gonna muck with it just real quick.
Okay.
Keep in mind, my voice will be like this.
That's
More
better.
intelligible.
That was good, but that's fine.
Just try and pronounce your words very clearly.
Okay, how's it now?
That's good.
That's good.
That's not too bad. That's good.
That's fine.
I can make it even still changed, but better.
I think this is fine.
That all I'm
Yeah,
hearing
that's
is sad
good.
breathing at the moment.
I can understand you. Darth Vader. Darth Vigil.
Yes.
Do you know what is Vigil's profession?
You would know that, Vigil. Would you like to describe yourself and your character?
Since you're describing the character, can you do it in your voice?
I think Yeah.
There we go. I just need to back up one between it. Yeah, is that going to be okay enough for me to speak in character, or would you just?
Yeah,
like,
it's fine. It's just
No,
while it's
I-
not in character, it'd be better if you actually.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that,
I
so-
figured that would be an easy way.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
for the
fine.
voice changer, might as well try and
I
get.
mean,
some
you could do the classic thing
Yeah.
of just grab your Adam's apple while you're speaking.
Yeah, I was trying to do a voice and use the modulator because I have no idea how well it works, but apparently
Yeah,
not
just
so
talk
well.
normally with it.
Yeah, I'll just talk normally. That should be fine.
Yep.
Okay, so just so you guys know, so Vigil is a warlock sorcerer multiclass, a master of disguise.
So it was Mask of Many Faces. I was right.
Oh no! He's a warforged. He has an integrated disguise kit. So kind of what that looks like. Kind of what that looks like is the reason he was able to like kind of grow a foot, and because he doesn't necessarily stoop. They're mechanical beings, so that's flavored that he literally kind of shrinks a little bit.
Mhm.
Just kind of compresses some of his parts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what happened there is he got curious and distracted. He likes to find out how people tick, people in particular, because being a mechanical, sentient mechanical being, and he, out of curiosity, literally just started living as the butler. just to see what it was like to live like a butler. And this is the first that anybody's ever caught on. He's been there for about. What have you guys been in town for? Like a day or two?
2 or 3 days, yeah.
2 or 3 days, yeah. So since you guys have entered town, he just kind of faffed off and.
Full and choose
yeah.
size.
Yes.
Vigil, you really gotta watch when you do that.
2 masters of disguise.
Sorry. Won't do it again.
Masters of
Yeah,
disguise.
I don't believe that. Actually,
Robots in disguise.
are you within 15 feet of you right now?
He would be, yeah.
He should roll a charisma saving throw to see if he can tell.
There you go.
I'm not lying. He's not lying.
Let the dice do the talking.
Christ.
Falanchu decides to dismiss this as weird coincidence.
Yeah, Lord Rutsk is just standing there, looking at this now Warforged, just standing where one of his butlers was.
So, which butler was the incompetent one, I ask?
This one.
It was me.
Yes.
I'm not good at it.
That explains a lot, alright.
Yeah, Lord
Sorry
Rutsk
about...
yes, I agree. Yes, you were a bit rather.
I'm
I
gonna
was
make
bit
a
rubbish.
persuasion attempt to
Okay.
smooth this over. Let me see.
Okay.
Where do I go to roll the skills? Whatever. Persuasion I have +4 I think.
Have a
No,
guidance.
it's 10. Okay.
Add a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll that and then just roll 1d4.
1d4? What?
Afterwards,
Yeah, I gave-
roll your persuasion check and then roll
Yeah.
a d4 afterwards.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to figure out how to roll on D20. It uses the
Slash
Lewis
R
slash
base
slash.
1d4 or whatever it is.
I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure it's 100% right. Nope. I spelled it wrong.
Just do
Yeah,
slash R.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I just...
Yeah. So you've got 16.
This screen
Oh no,
is-
that's a different person. Never mind.
Sorry, ignore that.
Many confused.
There you go, 21.
Nice 21. Yeah, you managed to smooth over quite a lot. It's Lord Drax looks at you and just nods along with what you're saying.
Yeah, I explained
Yes.
that Vigil can be a little strange, but he's a good guy and he'll help.
Oh, I do hope so. He's yes.
Speaking of help, we need to get back on task, my lord. And I would step close to him, i.e., within 15.
Oh, you're asking if he's within 15 feet of you?
If he is not, I would
don't
step
think
that
that-
close to him.
No, he's within 15 feet. If Vigil was, then Lord Rutsk was.
I'm going to commence the questioning as soon as he rolls a charisma save. The only reason why I ask is because I would know whether he succeeded or failed per the.
Okay. Oh, that did not work. Fuck it, there we go. I think he's probably saved.
Oof.
Yes, he does. Well, Well, that just makes things a lot more interesting.
So you said you wanted to ask me questions?
Yes, although now that I know you're capable of lying and you resisted my spell, that's going to make the interrogation a little more interesting.
Sir, are you accusing me of lying?
Hey,
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
accusing
you-
you of anything, sir. We're simply trying to get to the truth.
I might have overheard some things
Oh.
I'm gonna
while I was here.
tap Bowling on the shoulder again. Don't let that butler leave. The real one.
I mean, there's only one butler.
At that point, Coopson is sort of moving towards
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, Bowling slides in front of him.
Excuse me, I'm trying to get back to the kitchen. I must collect some more glasses for the brandy.
We don't actually want you getting any more guards, sir, so we have this settled.
I don't drink. You don't need more glasses.
Yes, of course.
What have you heard?
Sorry.
Vigil.
What? Sorry, distracted.
You were asked what you'd heard.
Oh. Well,
So Vigil would
now I
have heard.
forgot again.
So Vigil would have heard that Evan Rutz's daughter has been taken. He's very, very worried. In the few days he's been there, he wouldn't have heard a lot more.
From what I can tell, he's telling us the truth, guys.
No, he's lying.
Lying or intentionally omitting truth, which is basically the same thing, isn't it, my lord?
I'm gonna call it the same.
From what you rolled, you would have not been able to tell the difference.
All you noticed, or if I remember rightly, what you were told was that all you noticed was that something was amiss.
Yes, you don't know what. You don't know if he was outright lying to you. Don't know if he's just not telling you something.
Well, I know for a fact he's lying about the money that the Thieves Guild loaned him.
Are you saying that in character? Or?
No, I'm just mentioning. I mean, I'm just waiting to see what occurs. The silence stretches uncomfortably.
Are we really scared of some noble guys?
Are
The
you?
girl that needs saving, why don't we just go do it?
Are you adventurers going to take this job, or should I look for other people to hire?
Well, it's a little unclear why you're lying to us when you want our help.
I'm not.
Sorry to interrupt. Has he already hired people before?
Yes.
Yeah.
One group.
Okay.
And they failed.
They did not come back.
What happened to the last group you hired?
Yeah.
They attempted to rescue my daughter, and they didn't return. And that was 3 days ago.
I turn to the group.
Gun shy.
Look, guys, I don't care either way. How much money are you offering us, sir?
Yeah. What you gonna pay?
Enough.
How much?
I would like a sum.
Give us a number.
In numbers. Use your maths.
Hang on.
Surely you're good for it. Look at the house. All that money that you've been given by the old guild. Surely you got some of that kicking around.
Most of his paintings are fake.
Oh, they always
I
looked
would
a bit
know.
shit, didn't they?
Actually, can I make a roll for Felunchu, just like as an ex-noble, like his thoughts on this place?
Go for it.
What should I roll?
Intelligence.
Is the place sort of like remarkably empty for a
13.
mansion?
No, it's well furnished.
Well furnished, okay.
13. You realise that everything here has definitely been bought. From the way you've interacted with him and the way he's spoken, really. You'd realise that there isn't any sort of. He's not worried about anything being taken back. Nothing's on finance.
On loan.
That's the one.
Nothing has a lien on it.
That's the one.
Yeah, lien. Sorry.
The words are scarce.
How much money are we talking?
I can offer you the princely sum of 35 gold for my
Dude,
daughter's
I have
life.
more than that in my pockets right now. You're gonna need to do a little better.
He's trying to fleece us, guys.
Wait,
I'm gonna say that I would literally just stand up and be like, "Well, if that's what your daughter's life's worth,
But yeah,
I'm not interested in this conversation."
I am retconning that
And
because I was looking at the wrong page.
Okay, that's all right then.
I don't know if any of these characters are good, but Feluncher is neutral and doesn't give a shit about this guy.
No, that was my bad. I can offer you the sum of 350 gold.
Would that be per head? Or is that
No,
to
for the
share?
group.
No, that's per head, my friend. I'm carrying more than that in my pockets.
I'm sure you can afford it.
I can add.
Can I ask a quick question? What's the transfer
Yes.
rate for plat to gold? It's 10, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's a 10-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
It's all very easy.
I can offer another 300 Electrum on top.
I don't
Electrum
understand.
being half gold.
All right, so I'm gonna do a persuasion roll here. I'm trying to persuade him to explain why he doesn't have the money to pay for his daughter's rescue.
But I would still turn around and say,
you
if that's
don't
what your
need-
daughter's life's worth, I'm
don't need
not
to make
interested
a
in this conversation.
Okay. Right, you don't need to
And
make
I
a
would-
persuasion check. You would just sort of know. He's already paid one group who didn't return.
Well, I get that, but
He just doesn't have the money.
like, how much money did you pay the last guys? I ask.
Enough to ensure my daughter's safe return.
Apparently
Did you
not.
pay them? Did you pay them before you sent them away?
All right, I want to know how much money they took with them because we may want to retrieve that on our own, and we will not be giving it back to you.
Oh, okay. They had 700 gold and 200 platinum and 1200 copper and 800 silver.
Did you borrow that money from the Thieves Guild?
Money from the Thieves Guild? What are you on about?
If I may, Toast, with my background feature of being a court functionary, would have knowledge of bureaucracies and access to records and inner workings of any noble court or government that I encounter.
Okay.
So, would that give me some information as to where he got the money to pay them and what might have happened to the like if this other adventuring group just buzzed off with his money and didn't bother doing the job?
So you'd know where he got the money. You'd know where he got the money from. Like, you haven't really been anywhere apart from the house because you've been trying to be the butler. The butler doesn't really go anywhere. So you know he got the money from Thieves Guild, as you saw a operative of them come to the house at one point. You will have seen the previous group, and they didn't necessarily look like the most reliable people.
He got the money from the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
I can.
All right.
Guarantee that.
Look, Lord
Sounds
Russ.
like if we find the other group, that we can take the money from them.
I would like it to make a persuasion check. It's basically saying to him, look, what I want you to do is come clean. I want it to be short and to the point. And we may take this job, but it's going to depend on what you have to say right now.
I would like to help him with that check.
Okay.
Guidance. There we go.
I mean, oh, that's a very bad roll.
Plus the
Add a
D4.
D4 to
Roll a
that,
D4.
and
If I help him, he gets advantage.
Yes.
Oh,
So just roll another D20.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Should I add a D4 to that?
Yeah.
Alright. Plus 10 plus D4.
Oof.
I feel like that was a pretty persuasive argument.
So you want to know everything, yeah?
Yes, and I would like it to be brief and
Short and sweet.
correct, because if you lie to me again, I'm going to go look for those people to get the money back, but I'm not going to look for your daughter.
As you wish.
How do you have a plus 10?
That's my skill level in persuasion.
Because he's a rogue.
Yeah, but okay, you got expertise in.
Yes.
as I say, I have a +8, so it's not that too far of a
I was about to
stretch.
say plus. No, it's just that +8 is the thing that would make sense for him to have. I just didn't realize he had expertise in persuasion of all things.
He has expert skill levels in most social interacting type things.
Okay, fair enough.
You guys would know that. There's probably a bit of a rivalry between Fluntu and Vigil about who's the sneakier sneak.
Well, no, you're the sneakier sneak. I'm the disguisier disguise.
No, I'm a changeling, man.
Jeez, this is gonna be awkward.
Yeah. I'm thinking some practical jokes might happen.
We're just start looking like each other.
Yeah.
Start fucking with the rest of the party.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Punch face.
All right. Sorry for derailing that, but that was funny.
No. Yeah. So, underneath the house, when we were digging out the basement, we stumbled across something. I don't know what exactly. We sent people down there, men, to clear out whatever it was, and they never came back. And that's when the trouble started with my poor Valeska. Her dreams started that night. There's something about that place. It sends men crazy.
This is below this manor or below the farm?
Oh, below the farm. I don't have anything else to tell you.
I smell mummy.
I just realized how awkward that sounds in that voice. I smell mummy.
Did Meep ever share with us the words of his divination?
Divination.
So Meep, who's been surprisingly quiet this game, has shared with you those words.
So we're pretty well caught up on what we need to know. There's something evil underneath the
Yes, there's something afoot at
Under
the
the
farm.
so something evil under the farm, Indian burial ground. We
What's the life?
we should probably kill it and try and track down the other party.
I think we should probably prep to fight the undead for this one.
Yes, we should. And I pat the steak I bought from that homeless guy.
I'm just saying, maybe we should make a
Steaks are
break.
just wood. They don't do anything.
That's it. Just twigs.
If you have a sword and know which end's the pointy end, suggest using just use that.
Actually, what would I know about undead lore of creatures? Is that a religion?
Yeah, make a religion check.
If he's looking at something along the lines of raising undead, he could just ask me.
Hmm.
I
What
can
are you
do it.
So, what are you after? Exactly.
Whether or not a wooden stake is effective against any kind of undead, like I'm guessing it's common knowledge, like the general folklore about vampires and whatnot. Maybe.
Yeah. With a roll of 8, yeah, you'd know about vampires and how something sharp being pierced in through the heart will kill them.
Yeah, just good luck holding them down and doing it with a pointy stick.
I mean, I can always smite them. That usually works pretty well.
Yes, agreed. However, I don't
Again,
think it
chop
would be.
something's head off. It's not coming back. We could just do that.
I don't think it would be amiss to buy some holy water, or maybe someone could make some.
The irony of me being a holy sorcerer, divine soul. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, Flunchu suggests a brief shopping trip before we leave, if people want to leave. What's the general?
I've already walked out. I've already walked out.
What's the general consensus among the remaining people?
We
Well,
need
you
to clear
should
out the
probably-
evil in that farm.
Flunchu
I'm
points
on
out
board.
that the people that disappeared left with quite a large sum of money.
I mean, we may as well go stock up before we do anything major.
While you guys
Stuff
do
like
that, Vigil can ply his courtier feature and see if he can glean any information on the whereabouts of the last party, or any information regarding them, like who they were, their description, things like that. If that's okay.
Okay.
Fulunchu, I think it's fair and equitable once we go there and collect what we find, we could renegotiate with the Lord based on what we find. And I give the Lord a hard look.
Hard to renegotiate with a guy that already gave it all away.
Correct. As I said, I don't personally feel any need to give the money back to him. I'm saying it's money, and it's a lot of money.
That is assuming that they didn't just take the money and skip town entirely and never go to the farm.
That's possible if you are willing to give it a couple hours, maybe the day, and we leave tomorrow. I can ask around a bit, see if anyone knows much about the group that left.
Yeah, we kind of apply the same circles, don't we, Lurple?
Slightly different, but like I have ear to the ground, which is similar, and I would have contacts in both kind of nobility and the real sketchy end. So
yeah, I was gonna say you.
I'll work the
also,
sketchy end.
character.
You work the noble end.
That's exactly what I was gonna go for.
All right, man.
So what are you guys doing?
I suggest that we go do our various things, meet up back at the inn, and then if we have decided that we want to do this, we leave in the morning.
Okay. So Vigil's going to have his contacts in the local government or noble court, whatever is here, to see if he can get a description of the last party that I cannot recall this guy's name.
Lord Rusk.
Our Lord Rusk.
Rusk.
So I'm gonna Rusk. Thank you. So I'm looking for any information regarding the last party that Lord Rusk hired, descriptions, if they went to the farm or if they left, if anyone saw them leaving.
Fulunchu's annoyed enough with the Lord that he's intentionally mispronouncing his name.
Okay. So I'll deal with Vigil first. Do you ask Lord Rusk, or do you try something else? Do you go somewhere else?
Well, I'm just gonna test. I don't know where. Out of character, I have no idea where to go.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be Lord Rusk. Obviously, he doesn't give a crap. He doesn't want to tell us anything about them.
There are places.
I mean, unless he will.
There are places in town where the young nobles gamble and stuff like that. That would be where they'd come into contact with mercenary types, probably.
Also, if there was any contract made, there would likely be a copy left with, I don't know, what like the town hall or something like that, maybe. So I could gain access to that to find out who the contract was made out to.
You could
And use
also
that as a lead.
ask him if there was a contract.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess before I leave, I could ask Lord Rutsk about a contract.
Okay, go ahead.
Lord Rusk, was there any contract with these mercenaries you hired? I'm assuming so, since you wanted to keep everything above board and lost a substantial sum of money.
To my detriment, no,
Right.
I didn't.
Full description of each one of them, then, please.
There was an orc, about 6.5 feet tall, very, very muscular. There was an elf, a slender, tall female. She had a staff of some sort, had a crystal on the end. Golden skin, bronze hair, piercing eyes. There was a dwarf with them, very short, maybe 3 feet tall. A large beard hung down to about his waist. Carried an axe. They said they had more outside the city, but those are the 3 that I met with.
Okay. Palanchu takes note of this.
I'm literally taking notes.
I believe we're done here, gentlemen. Why don't we meet up at the inn this evening and compare notes?
Sounds good.
My lord, one more question, if you'll permit me.
Yes, of course.
Do you feel that you're in immediate danger tonight?
No? Should I?
I simply ask because if you wish, since I am contracted into your service, I could guard your manor for tonight until we set out.
I thank you, but like the guards, the city watch is more than capable. I feel, considering how you people have just interrogated me and the things I've told to you, I'd prefer the city guard if that's all the same.
That's fair, except that the city guard did not catch the undead that was on your premises not moments ago. I can.
Excuse me? The undead?
Did we not cover this?
Not to me, no. Oh dear. Oh. He starts
trying
having
to
a
place the
mild
guy.
panic.
Lord Rusk, if you would please sign this.
He's currently having
Vigil just kind of shoves a parchment in his face that a contract for their services with the same amount that he said he'd pay for them.
Lord Rots is currently having a mild panic attack. He's not going to be signing anything.
My lord, you need to tell us.
It seems to be more than what you'd expect.
I turn to the butler. Do you have any water or anything in this room?
No, I'm afraid I have brandy and port.
I think holy brandy sounds pretty nice, says Palanchu.
Toast, I'd like to use a minor illusion to try and calm Lord Rutsk. Make him believe that he's in somewhere calming, like a field of flowers or somewhere safe.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to go ahead and use Divine Sense again, just so I could give him a... If I don't find anything, I can give him an affirmative.
Okay. So you use Divine Sense, you sense nothing.
Yeah.
My lord, you are in no immediate danger for
one
now.
moment. How long does that last, sorry?
I think it's an instantaneous thing. Let me look at it real quick. So it's as an action until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
So it lasts about lasts about a minute then. Not behind time to cover though. Okay. Well, we'll forget about the last line. You sense nothing to begin with, and then something just ambles across it near the edge.
My lord, if you'll permit me, I would like to stay with you.
I'd rather you didn't, but fine. If you insist.
I would like to keep you safe, my lord.
He's not listening. He's just breathing heavily, just eyes wide.
Why do you want to keep him safe?
It's my duty.
I mean, he doesn't have any money left, man.
Well, I'm not doing it for the money. It's part of my oath. Oath of the crown. I've tried to tell you this, but you always tune me out.
Ah, yes, we've had this conversation 1,000 times. In the end, the stupid and weak die.
Okay, well, you stay here and guard Lord Penniless. I'm gonna go find the real money.
And with that, Vigil's out the door. He's gone.
Okay.
Palunchy's leaving too to go spend what time he has gathering info and hopefully grabbing maybe some healing potions and some holy water.
Oh, I'm literally sat on the front doorstep just feeding the bird.
Oh. Hey there.
So as you guys walk out, I'm like, oh, what's up?
Yeah.
So everyone's now left.
You didn't miss too much, but it turns out that he gave like 1,000 gold to the last guys, so some of us want to go look for them.
Oh, he gave way more than 1,000 gold. How much plat was that? Because each one of those is 10 gold.
You said 200 plat. You said 200 plat.
And 700 gold, so 2,000.
That's 2,700 gold.
And 1,200 GP or CP and some copper.
Yeah,
copper and silver. So it's like 3,000 gold. It's like 3,000 gold.
We don't need to quibble over the coppers, I say.
Yeah, if someone could tell me that again, because I...
2,000.
It was around about 300 gold's worth of miscellaneous.
3,000 gold.
Sorry, that's what I was. Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Sorry, not trying to inflate the value, but each platinum piece is worth 10 gold. So
I just misspoke.
Yeah. Well, I want.
It was about 3k of miscellaneous coins.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you. Right, so
I'm sat there and I'm just like, well, people really aren't very smart when it comes to giving money after a job is completed.
People aren't very smart, mostly.
Wow. When you come from a town like this, where you can buy into your nobility, I'm not entirely sure that you would be smart in your nobility.
Once she kind of snickers quietly.
And I'm just sort of sat there giving him the sly eye of no.
His opinion of nobility may vary. He thinks the farmers jumped up nothing, but he doesn't think too much of most nobles either.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be like, so where are you guys off to?
Gonna go try to get a little more info, do a little shopping. Apparently, our friend felt duty bound to stay here and protect this guy. So he's gonna be staying the night. That's fine for him, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go back to. Well, I'll join you. And I'd sort of just stand up. Bird just perches on the shoulder.
Which one of us you want to join?
Well, where are each of you go?
I'm gonna be slumming it. He's gonna be going uptown.
No offense, but I think I'll join him.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The best parties are downtown, though, man.
So
you don't know.
Knowing something of that, Vigil just kind of gives you a knowing nod and says,
I guess we'll meet up later. Save some for me, would you?
Nods.
Not that I can partake.
And with the end of that sentence, he just kind of looks really downcast. Like he's sad that he doesn't get to have fun.
Bowling
Wait, did he say save a drink for me, not that I get to have one?
You want to come with me, Bowling?
Yeah.
I
speaking out of character.
I bet we'll meet someone that's gonna need a punch in the face.
So I'll go with them too.
Big grin on his face.
We'll be going from bar to bar and whatnot. So yeah.
So Belmo, where are you going? To which group?
With lunch, is it? And no, is it? Can't remember who's who now. To be honest.
Felunchu is going to the
The
scummy part of
downtown
town.
group or the uptown
Yeah.
group?
Downtown.
Okay.
Downtown.
Downtown. So
Downtown.
This is
as you all exit the manor, you look to the left and you see where that Dragonborn was set up, trying to flog off these stakes. There's the tables there, the crates with the stakes are there, but there's no Dragonborn, and there's a gold sack left on the table.
hey guys, free steaks.
Hey, free cash.
There's a what on the table?
A sack of gold.
He left his money, so
bucks.
obviously he did not leave in distress. You know, nothing wrong here.
Just gonna quietly scoop up the gold.
Felunchu grins. Better make sure it's
You
not
can say-
poisoned or cursed, man.
So
hold on.
I think Belmont gets go first. Just saying.
Hey.
I'm not worried about poison. Let me check it out real quick.
Are we still with them?
Take a look inside. What do we got?
6 gold, a few silver, a couple of coppers.
Yeah, we're all still
There's
together
six-
right outside the
There's
manor.
6 of us in the party, right?
Yes.
I just sort of look at it and just walk.
I'm gonna. Okay, guess he doesn't want his. That's 2 for me. And I'll flip everybody else a coin that didn't walk off.
Just 8. Okay. How much gold was there,
There's-
just out of curiosity?
There was only 6 gold pieces.
Yeah,
So-
six gold, like 4 silver, and like 8 copper.
How much of that came from the person who bought the steak?
Pretty much everyone. Pretty much all of it.
I'm pretty sure I gave him 5 though, didn't I?
Can any of you detect evil on these steaks or something? This is some weird
Detect
stuff.
evil on the stakes.
Yeah.
I can curse the steak.
I could try. I'll
don't
tell you
see-
what. I'll tell you what.
I would hope.
I'll take a bite.
As
I don't have to
As-
eat.
It's a wooden steak, is it
so
not?
Yeah.
as you're all standing around the stakes, you hear a call from behind you. As you all turn and you see a short fellow walking up the road towards you. On his back, he's got a lute. And Glide, if you'd like to introduce your character.
I didn't realise your character was short. You never told me how tall your character
Have
was.
we met this character before?
Yeah,
No.
you know Glide.
Wait, have we?
Okay. So
Oh,
Felunchu puts the knife he palmed away.
Oh, you probably wake up now. So yeah, I think I'm like 4'9" or 5'3" or something. I'm below average in height. I'm a egg Ganassi. That's a monk. I'm actually holding my loot. My staff is my staff is. I've got a bow staff that's on my back. Put away. I don't really feel the need to have it drawn at the moment. And yeah, you just hear this really awful screaming as I'm trying to play it. As I'm trying to play this loot, it is just agonizing screaming. Not coming from me, but it sounds like someone's getting murdered.
Hey, could
Yeah.
you
As-
stop? I assume we're familiar with this behavior, right?
Glide, are they familiar with the loot?
No, I mean this is a very new thing. I haven't. I look very tired. I haven't slept for like 3 days. I've just been trying to figure out this loot.
Yeah, as you're walking up the road, you've got a few guards following you.
What?
I think you looted that loot from the wrong guy, dude.
It's this awful screaming as you walk up the road. It's just
It covers up the groans, though.
You definitely looted the loot from the wrong dude.
All right.
As
The
I notice, there's a lot of
groan is audible this
unwanted
time.
attention. As I notice a lot of unwanted attention, I've slowly stopped playing and kind of hold the loot by its neck and just kind of carry on walking, trying to get away from this attention.
yeah, all but one guard stops following you. Slowly, they sort of drift away. But there's one that just walks with you a few steps behind.
I'm just going to turn around to the guy and say, "Did you want to lift, mate? Is that what you're following? Your feet getting a bit tired." I'm fully stacked out with saddlebags and So someone can ride me if they want to.
The guard sort of stands there and
I'll
looks at
take
you.
you up on that offer. Giddy up.
The guard stands there, looks at you, and just turns on his heel and walks away.
There we go. He's gone.
Wait, why were the guards following our new friend?
Because there was awful blood-curdling
I was about to say the fucking screaming, probably.
Oh, is it coming from the loot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. It's just when he tries to play it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Just anytime he tries to play it, I'm casting minor illusion and covering up the the screaming with something pleasant, making it seem like he can actually play.
I can see the ridiculously confused faces on everyone. So I can always explain to you guys when we're not being followed by the whole town. I don't really want too much attention on myself.
And why the hell were you playing the loot?
I will explain. I can explain to you when we're not, when the entire town isn't looking at us.
Okay, well, put the loot away.
Yeah, please don't play it again.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warn me if you're gonna play it first. I got you covered.
I don't.
I'm just waiting to hear him pull out the loot, start playing it, and then just hear you going to try and cover it up.
No, yeah. I don't think you can quite cover up death. Like,
I mean having the robot going.
The casting of the minor illusion would overpower the sound. It would be like last up to a minute, but one of them it would be able to produce sounds.
Yeah, that's better.
Just play something like. I don't know.
All right, so
get it to play Thunderstruck.
What are you guys doing?
Full on 2 says hi. So we have a lot going on. I don't feel like we have time to cover you and your weird loot right now. But we're splitting up in 2 groups. Would you like to slum it with some of us, or head uptown with the others?
Which group thinks they need the most help?
Well, there's already 3 going downtown and 2 going uptown, so if we're going to split evenly.
Come with us.
Falanchu feels like he's got plenty of help.
I'm just going to turn around and say I'm more inclined to say you come with the people that can maybe cover the screaming a little bit.
I don't have to play the loot. I just really want to figure out why it keeps screaming.
Yeah, so I would say come with the 2 people that have minor illusion.
Yeah,
I'd say go with the 2 people that have the ability to shut it up.
I can just minor illusion at will.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Right, the cantrip.
It's also
you guys look like you need the most help anyway, so I guess I'll tag along with you.
Alright, so I think we can probably... do you want to roleplay all that, or just like do a roll and see how it goes?
We'll do a roll, and then depending how you roll, we might do a little bit of roleplay. So, Group 1, which is Falunchu, Belmo, and Bolang. You are going downtown to do what exactly? Where are you going? Who are you trying to speak to?
I mean, basically, I'm going to do my ear to the ground information gathering thing, but I'm specifically looking for places that seedy, untrustworthy mercenaries would hang out.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Gusto are just muscle, to be honest. So.
Okay, so roll a perception check.
Perception, that'd be...
Yep. So everyone roll it. All 3 of you, sorry.
No, just D20 on it.
Yep.
I'm going to have to look at my character sheet. Perception, you say?
Yep, perception.
That's just a straight up roll. Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, but a good roll.
Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, so you spend maybe an hour or 2 looking around the sort of the slums area, and you start off following Belmo, who just walks completely the wrong direction, and you hear the sound of raucous laughter. It sounds more like men rather than a mixture of men and women, and you hear the sort of the clash of steel. You walk over that way, and you come to...
Is the clash sounding like a battle, or like some people sparring? Like, is it multiple?
It's more like people. It's more like people sparring.
Okay.
You come to a tavern, and it's big, and it's got a couple double doors on the front, and out the front there are people sparring, and they are currently wearing the garb of the local militia.
I smile and poke Bowling. Maybe don't punch the ones that have the guard symbols on them.
He nods sorrowfully. Yes, full on true.
There might be a chance later.
So did you put him aside just now?
Yeah, just whispering to him.
Okay. As you're doing that, a large orc, he stands a good foot above Bolang, walks over and just knocks into him and goes, "Watch you runt!"
Hey, Bowling, remember what I said about not punching that guy? Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, I freaking punch him.
I was about to say before he punched him. Didn't the
It was at this moment that he knew.
Didn't the Lord say that he hired an orc?
Roll a
He did
freaking 20 plus 7. And no, I'm not proficient, so just a plus 4.
So you're rolling his attack, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
before,
God.
Oh no!
so wait, hang on. Before you do that, being a gladiator, you know that a swagger, the same as this orc has, is not easily got. He has to earn that. He's either a well seasoned fighter that's done his time and he's a fucking amazing fighter, or he's new and he just doesn't know. And from looking at him, from just the way he looks, the way he holds himself, this guy knows how to fight.
Oh, okay.
And starting a fight right now would not be a good idea.
I probably wouldn't have said that to Bowling if I
Okay.
recognized any
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that he did. But even so, Bolang would recognise this.
Okay.
So I'll let you. You can still roll it if you want, and we'll take that roll. Or you can.
Never mind.
Entirely
Never
up to Bowling.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
would have wanted to fight him in the gladiator pit instead of just here.
Yeah, he's currently walking away from the tavern anyway. He's
should-
come out of the tavern.
You're probably gonna have to say something to him, though. Can't let that slide.
He's just gonna freaking crush him in the pit later on.
All right. Hey, I say to the unpleasant guy, you look like you might know some folks I'm looking for.
What, the orc, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. He's walked off. Whilst you were talking, he's just gone.
Oh. Strange
What is
man.
that?
I look about for someone who looks like they'd be worth talking to that maybe isn't in the middle of a fight.
Okay, so you look around, make a perception check.
Check my perception. Ugh. Not good.
Oof.
You look around, and you see no one that would make sense.
Hey,
Is that Meep?
yeah, it is me.
Meep. Okay.
Hey, Meep.
Me.
What's up, Meep?
It's me, I like.
So, so yeah, you
I
look
should
around.
mention, Meep, that I'm streaming this, so...
Oh no!
Just to let you know.
Yeah. So, right, so you look around and you see just a mass of people. There's no one that sort of sticks out. And then as you take a second look, you see a familiar face sitting at a table. It is the face of Fang.
All right.
Do I know Fang? Oh, no, I'm not here. Sorry, ignore me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk over to Fang and introduce. Say hi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to him, roll a persuasion if that seems useful.
Probably not. It's just you know he doesn't like you, and You probably don't like him, so there's a mutual dislike there, I think.
We don't have to like each other. Hey, Bowling. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Don't let him give me any too much shit. Does Bowling know this guy?
Nope.
Alright.
You were the only one that went to the Thieves Guild.
I take a gold coin out of my pouch and start flipping it across my knuckles and approach him.
Okay. He looks up and goes, "What do you want?"
I don't know, looking for some information. Thought
Yeah,
maybe I could, interest you in this piece of shiny metal here. You being an idiot and all.
You really think one piece of gold is going to be enough?
I can't cut it in half, so I was just going to offer you the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
He sits there and just sticks his middle finger up at you.
Won't you laughs. So, you could help me out for, I don't know, let's say 5 gold, or I'll find out where you're living here, and I'll make it unpleasant.
He looks down and the shadows sort of cover his eyes. Is that a threat? That better not be a threat.
I mean, I could say it's not a threat and a promise, but we both know it's a threat. So yeah.
You see his hand go beneath the table.
I step back, put my hand on my knife, and look at Bowling.
Oh, he's getting ready for a fight.
But I say, remember, there's 3 of us there, so I'm there as well.
Freaking intimidation to just make myself known.
How does this go?
It goes that you just sit down, ask what you want, and then fuck off.
That sounds perfect.
Fuck you.
I sit down and take his drink. So,
oh shit!
So I'm looking for some people. Meanwhile, I do pass him the 5 gold.
He scoops up.
I tell him about the group I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know anyone like that?
I know plenty of people like that.
You know any that left town about 3 days ago?
Again, I know plenty of people like that.
You know plenty of mercenaries that left town 3 days ago.
Half the people here are always in and out. The other half are always here.
These are militia. They're always here, man. I just look at him like, ugh.
Man, fuck you.
Let me be a little more specific. I tell him, the details that I have learned about the group.
You are after an orc, an elf, and a dwarf.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah, they left a few days ago.
Know anything about them?
They were here. They saw a noble, and then they left.
Yeah, that's true.
Bowling is getting tired of this.
So you sure you don't have anything else to say? Because my friend here is getting impatient, and I do try to keep him from hurting people, but sometimes it's hard.
Well, my throat is awful dry, seeing as someone just took my fucking drink.
I pass it back. It was good, though. Thank you, man.
How much of it did you have?
I like a swallow.
Okay. He takes it back and goes, fuck you. So drains the rest of it, slams the tankard back down. Alright. What do you want to know exactly?
Basically, where are they from?
Out of town.
Where are they, yeah, that's helpful, man. Whereabouts out of town? They part of a mercenary company? Group of adventurers? Are they in the militia like these people? Are you able to tell when they're wearing matching outfits?
They will not wear matching outfits. They're not part of the militia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the mercenaries. They won't wear no insignia. As
So
for
it-
where they are, I don't know. We're relatively cut off these guild up here.
Adventurer types, do you think?
Probably.
Alright.
They have stuff. They have items of a magical nature. More than what your general mercenary would.
How'd they look, say, experience-wise? These guys scarred up?
Oh yeah. They look like they are tough.
Good to know. I order him a drink.
Yeah, well, you're still a dick, as he sort of takes it.
Yeah,
And,
you are
and
too.
then
You
goes
are
into
too.
the tavern.
Alright, guys. I think that's probably all we're gonna learn. Back to the inn or shopping?
Quick question: What have I been doing the whole time?
We will get to this.
Okay.
Yeah, you're about to get to that your part. We're wrapping ours up.
Yeah. So what you guys doing? You going shopping? Going back to the Bloody Hatchet?
I'd say it's up to each character. I want to go buy a couple healing potions and some holy water.
Probably
Okay.
stock up before we leave.
All right. We'll get to your shopping in a minute. So it's Vigil, Flunshu, and Glide. What are you guys doing?
I was heading anywhere we could gather information about this troop, but all any information we could gather about. Sorry, one sec. Any information we could gather about Lord Rutsk as well would be helpful. But I'm traveling in more affluent circles.
Okay.
Nobility, bureaucracy, things like that.
Okay.
Anywhere we might go for that.
Roll a investigation check. I'll say with advantage because of your feet.
Okay, investigation is +1, so. Isn't there a way to roll advantage inside of You just want to roll it twice?
Just roll it twice.
If you're using the set rolls for it, where you click the word and whatnot, then yeah, but if not, then.
Yeah, I might make sheets for everyone.
I'm quite happy to help sort that out if you need it.
And again, so just press off and enter.
Yeah, I'll have to transfer my sheet from D&D and Beyond into this.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, so
This is why I like physical dice. At least I know it's my fault.
So Glide and Xantor, are you also looking for stuff?
Yeah.
I
So
have,
I can
add a
have,
D4
have
to
I
that.
been filled in? Have I been debriefed on what's actually going on?
Yeah,
Or
I
am
imagine,
following them?
we would have done that while walking.
Yeah. So Xantor, roll with advantage. Glide, just roll once.
What was it again? Investigation?
Guidance.
Investigation.
Yeah, and add a D4 to my guidance. Kind of need it.
Plus the D4.
I mean, that's
So
something's
18.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So Xantor, as you're all walking down the road to the more affluent areas, Xantor, you look in disbelief as both Vigil and Glide just are going completely the wrong direction. Like they're going into what looks like nice buildings where people might be, but you realise that they're not what they appear. They are not places to go and gather information. They're just-
Gentlemen, I'm not sure you're going the right way.
But this building looks promising. Look at the ladies have nice dresses on.
Yes,
How
but
do you
that is
point
most
that?
probably because it's a high-class brothel.
Nope. It's more of a library.
With a large quantity of ladies in nice dresses in a building which is not designed for collecting information.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's a library.
Yeah,
right?
to be
A
fair,
set
I was going for brothel, but I like library better.
I mean, they're
So that's
hot
why I got-
librarians.
Wait, right, whoa. So to say that they're looking at buildings that aren't good for collecting information, and then he's standing outside a library.
Yeah, but
that they think is a brothel.
Yeah, but it's information that's relevant to what they're after, though, which isn't a library.
Fair enough.
So, what exactly are you trying to find out? Everyone. You two.
I believe we are looking for. What was it?
So we
were
already
looking
have
for more information on the. Were we looking for the group, or was we the ones looking for the information on the farm?
Well, we were both gonna seek information on the group. I was gonna see if there's any like who they would be tied to, if anyone, since we have descriptions and whatnot. And no, I don't. God damn it. But also be looking for any information about Lord Rutsk and like anything that he might have been involved in that might give us pause. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for in that regard because I don't know enough personally.
Okay.
So I apologize if there's ever any banging coming through my mic. There's people doing fucking fireworks for no apparent reason.
Okay.
Just.
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
What?
I mean, you can probably hear them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Excuse me.
So
The
okay.
game
So
has spiraled out of control.
yes. So you go down the road and you come to a large building with verandas. It looks like 3 or 4 stories. It's very well built, very very nice. It looks like a high class bar, or inn perhaps.
Is this the place I was in before, or was that a different one?
Nope, this is a different one.
Okay.
This is the Dark Angel's Inn.
Okay. I will go in.
Okay, you go in, and you're greeted by a very well-dressed gentleman who offers to take your coat for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll be all right. Thank you. I'm not sure how long we'll be here for, so.
That's I must insist. I must insist, sir.
At that moment, his my familiar pokes its head out of his coat and hisses. Just
yeah.
I just sort of look down and just like, well, I look down and just like, I apologize. That's not my one. And I just sort of click my fingers and the bird's on my shoulder.
Yes, okay, sir. Just please enter, and please don't let it bite anything.
I will try not to, but I don't entirely. Vigil.
I can. Sorry. He was supposed to be in my coat, not your coat. But I got distracted again. I'm sorry.
And with that, he just kind of nods, and his pseudo dragon just and pops up on his shoulder.
Okay.
Man.
Oh, Jesus.
Familiars can be summoned and unsummoned, or like teleported at will within a range.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
hence the fun little teleporting stuff.
Yes. Yeah. The doorman just goes, "Oh God," and
My apologies.
admits you. As you get to the door, the doorman says, "Excuse me, sir, but you don't exactly meet the dress code."
He's with us.
Yes, I understand that, but he doesn't quite exactly meet the dress code.
I don't care if you're letting him in, or my pet's gonna keep you company for the duration. Your choice.
Sir, if you'd
like, I can roll intimidation.
Oops, sorry. If you'd like, I can roll intimidation.
So, what is this intimidation you're talking about?
Please do not make me. Please do not make me roll to intimidate you.
Yes. If you intimidate me, sir, I must ask you to. By all means, yeah, roll intimidation.
He literally just stands there and starts doing roly-polies on the floor.
Yes, sir. Very intimidating. Now, please get out. Vigil, roll intimidation, please.
Ooh. Yeah, sorry, I was working on it.
Oh, okay. It's just as bad as I was typing, so. 16. Yeah, okay. Yes, fine, but please don't let him touch anything.
I can clean him up a little, and I will just sort of look towards him, flick my wrist as if to say off, sort of thing, and all the dirt, every single bit of dirt on his body just dissipates.
Okay.
Rude of you to assume that I'm dirty, but okay.
Leaving nothing.
I mean, he's literally just a man made of dirt. I just destroyed him.
Oh, no. Did you just assume his cleanliness?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
With that entire exchange, I don't even make a noise. I just kind of stare blankly, and I'm in no interest in trying to cause any issues.
Okay. So that the doorman permits you to enter.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
we-
as
That was fun.
so as you enter, you see there's groups of tables with men and women very well dressed. There's a bar with an extensive selection of beers and mead, a few spirits, and you look up above. It's like a vaulted ceiling, and you see women wearing not a lot and some black wings.
Oh, is that like on the ceiling?
No, it's on a vault. Like so, it's like
Why
a.
are there succubi here?
Is it like the Sistine Chapel or something?
No, it's like there's a ceiling that's been put there that people are sitting on and
Oh, okay.
down
Okay.
on people. Yeah,
Yeah, I misunderstood.
like a mezzanine.
So-
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking
Oh, I thought you were saying people were sitting on the ceiling. I was about to be like,
for.
So it's like a glass ceiling, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
But there's more of a balcony, so people are looking over it down.
aha. Oh. All right. So is there anyone here that sticks out in particular that I should talk to, like that I would recognize through?
Well, from personal experience, generally when looking for information in somewhere like this, the bartender is generally a good choice.
I was toast. Is there anyone? Are any of the patrons a part of the bureaucracy, the local bureaucracy, or anything like that?
So you look around. Let me just grab this quickly. You look around and you see members from. You look around. You see members from House Dietmar.
And I'm guessing that's somebody I should talk to. I'm gonna head over.
Would I know
to
that?
them.
Would I know that house or not?
Yes, you would know the house, and you would so you both would know that they are one of the houses in the ruling council of Fostelgrad.
Ah, cool.
Would I know them in any personal way?
I will say that you know of the lord and lady of the house, but you don't know them personally.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the bar.
Okay.
I'll let you handle
Is
in person.
there like a spare table? Kind of just like a. Is it? I mean, what's the interior of this place like? Is there a table and chairs sort of thing? Or?
Yeah, there's lots of like small tables that have mostly all got people on them, but there's a couple that are free.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit at an empty table and just put out a cube and put it on the table.
Okay.
Before I walk up to the bar, I'll just sort of turn to both and say, "Do either of you want anything?"
I'm okay, thank you. And just carry on walking.
And Rust.
Okay.
Thanks for your consideration, though.
Of course. And I walk off up to the bar.
Okay.
I'll sort of just approach it, and assuming there's a bartender behind the bar at the time. I'm assuming I'm not just walking up and it's just an empty bar and there's people lean over the bar, take my drink and walk off.
No, there's a few patrons at the bar and they're all being served. So, Glide, as you sit down at the table, you hear the sort of clip-clop of high heels on the floor, sort of coming down the stairs which are next to you. And one of these women that's, again, not wearing a lot, and wearing a set of wings that are kind of painted black, comes up to you and sort of draws a finger across from your right shoulder to your left as they walk behind you. And just sort of asks, "So, are you in here for anything in particular?"
No.
Oh, good. Oh, God, never again.
This happened last session.
Are you sure that you can't be interested in something?
I mean, depends if you can help me. If you can teach me how to play the lute.
Wasting my time. And she walks back upstairs.
Fucking careless whisper, of course.
No, she just says, "Oh, wasting my time," and walks back upstairs.
I just stare at this cube, just kind of trying to analyze it, kind of figure out what it is.
Right. Xantor, you are now being served. There is a barmaid behind the bar. She comes up to you and says, "Hi, how can I help you?"
I would like a whiskey, please.
Oh, whiskey, of course. That.
And may I ask if I could maybe probe you a little bit for some information about some people that have come through town recently?
By all means, sir, of course. And one moment as she walks off and pours the whiskey and comes back to you and says, "That would be 4 gold, please, sir."
I hand it to her.
Thank you. So you wanted information, did you say?
Yes, there were some people that recently came into town to help maybe locate Mr. Rutt's daughter.
Oh, that's
and,
such a poor girl.
Yeah, and they seem to have skipped town.
Oh, really?
Yes,
what a shame.
they were hired to find her, and they seem to have skipped town or something. They've either failed in their endeavor or they've skipped town. We're not quite sure, and I was wondering if maybe you'd come across them. They had quite a large quantity of money with them, and I was wondering maybe they might have come in here or something on their way out.
Oh, poor Reverend. No, they wouldn't be accepted in here. Look at the clientele. As you can see by yourself, sir. No. If do you know what they look like at all, or?
Yes, I proceed to describe them.
Okay, as you
say,
say,
I understand they might not be the kind of clientele you would see in here. I was wondering if maybe there'd been any talk of anything. But we're currently trying to help Mr. Rusk find his daughter again, and so we're trying to find as many leads as we can.
So as you say, an orc, you see her nose crinkle in disgust as you mention that. And then when you say an elf, she relaxes a bit. And then when you say dwarf again, she's just absolutely disgusted that you even consider. Yeah, you didn't even consider saying that here.
Some super racism going on in here.
It's a typical thing in human society in D&D.
Yeah, it was mentioned that there would be racism between the races and stuff.
Yeah, so fantasy racism. If any real or realish racism won't be accepted, but fantasy racism is fine.
No, I just found it very entertaining that it's like I just imagine her face like he was like orc, elf, dwarf, and she was just like like her face just changes at each word. Like, okay then.
Just trying to see if there was anything maybe you'd heard of anything or anything at all. We're trying to ascertain as to what happened to try and figure out some way of finding his daughter.
Well, you can't trust an orc, can you? Look at the and dwarves. Just look at the beard. Have you seen their women? They look just like the men. Oh no, there's nobody here would associate with such beasts. No.
Did you happen to know much about Mr. Rutsk before his rise to his current status?
Well,
maybe heard of anything about his rise?
I know that his father was very, very had a few children. I think 9. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure. So by the time that Lord Rutsk, had achieved adulthood, there was very little for him to take from his father. So he went and bought a farm, I think, where he made a surprising amount of gold. Actually, not many farmers around these ways are that rich. He made enough to come and rebuy the manor, and with it his nobility.
Maybe we'll have to see what's at the farm. That's the first place we're going to be looking for his daughter. I'm not entirely sure what we may find, but I wondered whether or not people had any information at all. So I apologize for the intrusion, and I will let you get back to your work. Thank you very much for the drink.
Oh, thank you.
And I sort of just nod my head and turn and walk to the group.
Okay. Vigil, what are you doing during this?
I'm going to approach the noble family and have a seat at the table. I'm I'm assuming I know enough about them to feign familiarity, and I'm going to use my disguise kit to look. They're human, right?
Okay. Yes, they are human. Yes.
Okay, so yes, I'm using my integrated disguise kit to quickly look as human as possible.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Who are you?
what was the? Do we have names for them?
So
I can address them by name?
it's Nerva Steetmik is the woman sitting at the table. There's just assorted people, other nobles.
What was the first name?
Nerva, Nirva.
Nerva. Okay.
Yep. Nerva Steetmik. So
Steetmik.
Steetmik is S-T-E. Hang on.
Steetmik. Okay.
S-T-E-A-T-M-E-K. Steetmik.
Steetmik. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Lady Steetmik, it is a pleasure to see you again.
I imagine while you're in your thing, you won't be talking like a robot.
It's in character, so it's easier to differentiate. But
okay.
Unless it's, like I said, if it's getting old.
No, it just confused me why you were doing the robot voice while looking like a human. I can just imagine how confusing that must be.
Like, disguise kit doesn't change your voice, so
it's a good point.
To be fair, I can talk like this instead.
No, let's just keep how it was. And who are you supposed to be again?
Lord Vigil, we met the other day.
Did we? Where exactly?
Did I believe it was at the gathering at the town hall.
She turns to one
Your
of her aides and
husband is
says, "She turns to one of her aides. So, is that true? Did I meet this man?" The aide says, "I see nothing in the diary, madam, but I do believe you did." Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And she holds out her hand to you.
It's wonderful to see you again.
And I'll just give her a courteous bow and take a seat.
She's still sitting there. She's still sitting there with her hand out. You would know that in nobility, it's courteous to kiss her hand.
Oh, terribly sorry, my dear. I'm a horrible germaphobe.
I don't like what you're implying there, but very well. She lifts up a glass of wine and takes a sip.
Yes. Well, my dear, I must confess I do require some assistance. You see, a friend of mine is missing his daughter.
Oh yes, I've heard. Lord Rutsk, his daughter's gone missing. Oh shit.
And Lord Rutsk has implored me to gather any information that I can regarding her whereabouts, and I was hoping that you might be able to help me. I know that you are walking the correct circles.
Excuse me, did you just say that you have been employed by Lord Rutsk?
Implored.
Implored
by my good dear friend Lord Rutsk.
Oh, you're good friends with the Lord Rutsk, are you?
He's been very kind to me.
Oh, well then, good for you.
Yes.
She sort of turns her head away from you.
So, anyways, my dear, I was looking for a band of gentlemen that had been hired by Lord Rutsk, and
First of all, she interrupts you. First of all, I am not your dear. I am one of the members of the ruling council of this city. You will refer to me as such, or I will have you thrown out of this establishment. Are we clear? Second of all, do not bring Lord Rutsk's problems to my table, especially when I'm not in council.
And with that, I'm using charm person.
Okay.
And I'm using hold on. I want to see exactly how it works to make sure that I want to actually use it. I think I can keep from having to use the verbal component of it, so it's undetectable.
Okay.
So on.
So it's class.
It's one of my meta magics. Subtle spell. So cast without any somatic or verbal components, which is all that.
Okay.
charm person is only somatic and verbal.
Okay.
So it lasts for an hour. She needs a wisdom save.
Okay. Just let me check something quick.
Quick question.
Yep.
Is she going to realize what happened when this spell wore off?
Yeah, but it lasts for an entire hour.
When the spell wears off,
they know they were charmed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well,
But I can just keep doing it.
So
you can't keep doing it to one of the rulers of the city.
Watch me.
What save is it, sir?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Okay. Oh nope, she fails that.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, you have my sheet. You know what the save is then.
Of course I do. Yeah.
It's pretty high. Yeah.
Yes.
It's decent. Yeah. It's decent for this level.
She rolled a 6, so yeah, she's.
Dang it. Cool. So now her uppity attitude can go fuck itself. We're best buddies now.
Okay.
She's
What?
falling for the
Sorry, I'm not super good at
time.
doing this like off the top of my head in character. So I'm just plying her for information regarding the mercenary band and any. I just want to get my hands on any documentation, so I'll tell her something along the lines of like I don't even need to keep it; I just need to see it.
Well,
Small personal favor for her good friend, me.
Well, Lord Rutsk didn't submit any forms to the council. If he did this, it was not sanctioned by us, and therefore he must pay any fees himself. If there's any damages to the city because of his band of mercenaries or adventurers, whatever you call them, then he must pay for those damages himself. Anything that's lost is not insured by the city.
Like she's implying that the daughter's not insured.
Yes,
that's the implication here. So from what I'm gathering, there's nothing. She's got nothing for me.
There's no documentation. Everin Rutsk did not submit any forms. He didn't create a contract. That was.
Well, yeah, but if something had happened like that had happened in the city, like if they're part of the ruling council, they should know something, right?
I mean, they'd know that they'd know a noble has hired a band of people, but they don't know any details. Because
what about the farm itself? Do they know? They have paper? I'm sure there's got to be a paper trail regarding the farm and.
So yeah, they know that the farm was bought by Evan Rutsk using money that his father had.
So how does Rusk actually rank as a noble?
He's quite low. He's quite new.
Okay.
He's in. By now, you probably have worked out that in this town, money talks. The more money you have, the more likely you are to be you buy your nobility. And the fact that this guy's got very little money to his name, and from what you know about how he's not going to be a very high-ranking noble.
Yeah, no, that's what I figured.
Right, and he already gave he gave his money away essentially, right?
Yeah, but there's
first band.
He borrowed money and gave it away, dude.
Yeah.
He borrowed money from some not very nice people.
Right. That sounds something like more like that we should have Lurple do it. Feels kind of barking up the wrong tree over here.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna tell her, have a nice day, enjoy your meal, and just be gone long before that spell wears off.
Okay. So one of her aide is sitting there. Madam, you can't divulge that information to such a person. Madam, turn, please, madam. And yeah, so.
For clarity, none of the rest of us are going to know this has taken place.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not even close enough to hear it.
There's a reason I stayed back at the manor and guarded people, because I would be the stick in the mud.
Alright, Glide, is there anything else you're doing? You've just been staring at your...
Am I what?
Have you just been sat there staring at your cube?
Yeah.
So,
as I sit with you, I just turn around and go, "What is that thing?"
I mean, I was going to explain everything, but you guys seem to be in quite a rush, so I guess you're not really that interested. So it's all right.
No,
In time.
I'm interested. It seems intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. I don't really know what it is really myself. I've only got it in the last day. I just want to figure out what it is. No, it's alright. I think I can figure it out. It's like I like having things to do, like my loot, and now this is kind of keeping my mind off things. It's good.
Well, I can tell you what it is. I just need a minute or so. Maybe about 10 minutes or so.
Maybe maybe at a later time. I'm not too worried at the moment. I just don't really like this whole interrogating and all this sort of thing. I'm more of a kind of work in the shadows kind of deal.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I get you.
all right, and with that, Vigil just kind of wanders his way over. They got nothing for us here. Let's skedaddle.
Say that again?
I'm not going to give you guys the satisfaction.
Oh, please.
It's not
No,
happening.
the scene is not moving on until you say it again.
Wait, what?
The time is frozen until you say it again.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes.
Fine. Roll out.
yes.
Also, let's skedaddle.
Yes.
That's why I did. That's why I said let's skedaddle. I was gonna save the let's roll out for another time.
Okay.
I
So
was more willing. I was more wanting to hear the. I was more wanting to hear the rollout part when it was like going into combat or something. It would make more sense.
Balazar, are you doing anything at the Rutsk Manor?
I would be basically within visual sight of Lord Rusk at all times, unless something came up or a party member went to get me. But point of order, we did arrange to meet at the inn that evening, correct?
Yes.
Can I get a reconstitution of the name of that place we were just at, please?
The one you were just at now?
Yeah.
That
Dark
was
Angel or something, wasn't it?
The Dark Angel's Inn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not on the map, but
Oh no!
Because
Are you gonna go back there?
So the reason it's not on the map is that everything right now is still being just
made.
Yes, there we go. No, not even that.
That's
It's fuck. What's the word? Lurple, how do you run your games? I can't remember. It's all being improv. There we go. That's the word.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's basically how I DM too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I had this set as a one shot. It's now more than a one shot, and it's still trying to be transitioned into something more.
so your content is being written as it's being played.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, good. It's fine.
For the most part of stuff like that, I'm imagining like the encounters and stuff are probably already written. But
Oh yeah. So everything after you do this is what was going to be in the one shot. So that's all done and ready to go.
Let's go kill some shit then. We might have time for combat.
You'll have time for like one
for the meeting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's.
You've got like an hour and a half before our call time.
I would like to
we've got to go in less than that.
Can we?
I have to.
There's another meeting tomorrow, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah, I have to be there.
Oh, okay. So we've got
no question. Being a legend, yeah, I have to be there.
I prefer to go to both, but I can go to.
I mean, like, we'll call it like half hour then.
I mean, I got like 50 minutes, so.
So just to brush it all out, we'll all end up meeting at the inn. Well, they all will. I'll be going back there to sleep.
Oh my god, no.
So
can we just
go to the shop?
Fit the shopping in real quick? Yeah, I don't want to go over it real big. I just want to buy like
so
5
potions
and 3 holy waters or something.
Okay, so you go to the shop. Which shop do you go to?
I'm looking at the town. Hold on. I mean, there's only the Weeping Rose and the Affordable Grimoire.
Yep.
I'm gonna stop by the Affordable Grimoire first, I guess.
Okay, so you go to the Affordable Grimoire. You are met by a Vidalcan man. He's tall. He looks about 260 years old for a Vidalcan. He introduced himself as Modar Trift.
I nod and introduce myself. I explain to him what I'm looking for.
You should recognize his name as well.
Oh, okay. What should I recognize about his name?
So the Thieves Guild told you stuff.
Oh, right. What? I can't recall exactly what they said though.
Hang on. So it's also. Hang on. If you head into town to see Modar Trift, remind him that protection comes at a price, and he'd likely lose more than he'd make off of you. If he overcharges you.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to pass this message on, but I'd like to do it persuasively rather than intimidatingly.
Okay, so
and
how
hope
do you say it?
Takes it well.
How do you say it?
I'm gonna say, hey, I'm here, and I would just like to buy a couple of potions, some holy water. Is that something you can set me up with?
Well, I don't really have any holy water, but I do have some potions.
Alright. How many potions you got?
I have 1 great healing potion and 2 regulars.
How much would you want for all 3?
Well, the greater is 215 gold, and the regulars are 65 each.
Alright, at this point I pass along the message.
Okay, how do you do it?
I'm just gonna straight up tell him with a pleasant smile. And make a persuasion roll if that seems alright.
Yeah, make persuasion with advantage.
So 2d20 plus 10.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Meep, what are you doing, bro?
That seems fairly persuasive.
Yeah, so that's 21. Yeah, okay. It's of course, yes, the Verone family, yes, of course. I shall give you them for so I'll give you the greater for 170, and I'll give you the regulars for 30 each. Please just tell the Verones I did well, please. Thank you.
Alright. I pay the man.
So
I will
that's
pass the message along when I see them.
So it's 130 gold.
Yeah.
Greater and a regular.
Hey, Meep, you're whatever you're doing is bleeding through your mic, man.
Okay, so I want to wrap this up real quick. I just pay him and go back to the inn. And once back there, since we don't have a lot of time, I think the group should have a quick chat, and then we'll have to probably close it down.
Yeah.
Before we head out. So if Falanchi wants to pass along the information, look, I talked to some fairly hard-ass people, and the people that we're looking for, they weren't newbies. These were some rough customers. I have a bad feeling about them disappearing, and I don't know, my feeling is that they didn't run away with the money. I want you to know that these might be the kind of people that would make us think twice about fucking with them.
So they're veterans, then, would you say? They know their job.
Yeah, these are people with some miles on them.
Well, that makes this a bit hard, then, doesn't it?
Just want you to know what we're heading into might be difficult. Anyway,
I imagine we'll be all right, though. There's not as many of them as there is us. So.
That's not true at all.
That is an interesting assumption. Please explain your logic.
Well, you were talking about the 3 people thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot more than 3 of them.
Yeah, we only know about 3 of the descriptions, but yeah.
We have the description of the 3 that came into town. The implication was that there are more of them not inside the town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought it was just the 3 of them.
No, we don't know.
Then I wouldn't have said that if I wasn't sure.
What we know is that they walked off with like 3,000 gold, roughly.
Yeah.
What if they walked off with the daughter as well?
We're We're gonna have to check the farm to find that out, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna have to end up. Plus, it's worth checking out because from what I stumbled across, we would know that the farm isn't a viable way of making money for most in this region, and somehow this guy had enough money. Well, we've seen how much money he had. It was a substantial amount.
But he didn't have as much as he said because he borrowed a bunch of that.
Yeah.
Some of his
We
money...
found out that he borrowed a bunch of it, but we also need to figure out what's going on at his farm that would.
You two roll me intelligence checks.
Well, that's not going to be a high roll.
I love how every time there's an intelligence check happening, it's nothing to do with the nerd of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Lurple guidance. Add a D4.
Freaking hell! This is
that's just not going to make a difference.
So, and the other was that Vigil who was talking as well?
Yeah, it was. I'm typing out my roll right now.
Oh, okay.
D20.
It should be evident to the group that Falunchu is honestly concerned about the level of danger here.
Okay, so Vigil,
there's mine.
No, Vigil, I'll say that you've managed to put 2 and 2 together, and the gold that he borrowed is probably the gold he used to buy his nobility back.
Yeah, he's gonna be in trouble no matter what we do.
So what did he use for collateral? So what did he use the farm for collateral or something? There's no way he would be able to borrow that much gold without some sort of something to pay it back with. They wouldn't just give him that kind of gold.
They weren't willing to part with those kind of details. I could swing by and try to persuade him.
So you know that he didn't borrow the gold from a bank?
Well, yeah, but nobody would give him that amount of gold without something to gain in return. That's just, I mean, that's fair law.
And I know that. I know that the people who he borrowed it from are not good. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
but they're also not stupid.
Honestly, as a group, our choice here is, try to save the daughter, return the money, take the money.
I'd say we hit up the farm and find out because he thinks that's where. Has the daughter been taken from the farm?
We think she's at the farm. That's where the last group theoretically went. We think it's haunted.
I mean, I'm down for dealing with haunted.
Yeah, something gave her bad dreams. This whole thing seems real sketch. There's some sort of magic or undead, I think.
Is this conversation happening at the inn that evening?
Yeah, so this is...
Yeah, we're talking in the inn, I assume.
And we're all there.
Yes, everyone's there.
Yay, participating.
Sorry, mate.
It's cool, don't worry about it. I didn't bring any speed limits trying to get home in time, don't be silly. Maybe all of them. That's not the point.
So when are we going to this farm?
Unless the weather's terrible, I say in the morning.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing.
So what you're saying is you all are going to take a long rest.
Apparently.
Oh my god.
No.
Don't worry. I'm literally designed to be the party's lookout.
Well, after that comment, I believe
just for the stream,
I believe I'm turning in for the night.
I'm clicking on long rest in my character sheet. Take a long rest.
I'm clicking on 8 short rests. Let me go do some math.
All right.
I will speak to you all in the morning then.
Do you all retire?
Where are we meeting?
I leave and go back to where we were before.
Wait, hang on. That was the other question.
Where are we meeting in the morning?
At this tavern that we're staying at? Yeah. Why don't we get
breakfast?
breakfast?
We're staying at.
In the common room.
Yeah.
I'll meet you here then, and I go off to the Temple of...
All right.
And I walk off to the Dark Angel.
Flunchu's going to bed, unless there's some reason to stay up.
Okay, so that's Flunchu bed.
Yeah, Belmo will go back to the stable.
Yeah, just as I'm leaving, I turn to what's his name again? Let me look in thing again. Glad. And just sort of look at Glad and just go, always had a thing for wings, and just walk off.
So, who wants a roommate that doesn't sleep?
I've already left, so
fuck it. I'm gonna go chill out on the roof.
I don't think I have a room, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Sleep at a table.
I'm gonna go take my 8 short rests now.
I
gotta go do some math now.
I'm gonna pull out my loot.
Sorry, Meep. What did you say? Because
I'm gonna have to run away.
Okay, so shall we just say that you go with Balazar to the back to temple? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Just sellotape my snout to his ass. That's fine.
Sweet.
He can hang with me too if he wants.
You don't want
He's
me
an
anywhere near furniture.
He's an elephant man.
I'm not allowed near furniture.
Oh, well, I was gonna go
Unless I'm
sit on the
there.
roof. You can sit
Unless
there and
you're
howl at the
there
moon
to
or
fix
something.
Oh, so
When you say sit on the roof. That's a lot of stuff to break on my way down.
yeah, would you like to sit on the roof?
Do you want me to roll to sit on the roof quickly?
Yes, I do.
You
I
really
fucking
do.
do. Yeah. Dex, roll d20 plus Dex.
Why does he rolling to get to the roof?
Wait, d20 plus Dex.
But
Oh no.
why Dex?
d20 plus Dex.
Movement.
Climbing would be.
Because I was about to say it's
no,
climbing.
no,
actually.
no, hang on. It's nope, because just d20 plus Dex.
Plus Dex.
He has
Plus
a
my
reason
Dex
for asking for
modifier,
Dex.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Fair dinkum.
Ah,
Have a guidance. Roll it at a d4.
You have to say that before the roll.
Oh yeah, fair.
There you go. So
Guidance has to be
you
before
climb
the
up on the
roll.
roof. You have no problem climbing up on the roof. As you sit down, you hear a couple cracks,
Oh no.
but it's just some slates that then, as the roof managed to take your weight.
Do I have to roll to
Wait,
sit
how-
down?
No, that was the roll.
Oh, okay. God, thank God. I'm stuck.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, Meep's a giant elephant.
Yep, he breaks.
I'm a giant elephant. That sounds like Borat.
How tall are you, Meep?
Too tall.
Yeah, there hasn't been enough smashed furniture this episode.
No, I want to know how I know he's going to sleep on the roof.
So
I'll have to sleep on the roof.
Here's the funny thing. I probably rival Meep for weight.
Yeah.
Considering I stand about 7 foot and I'm made out of stone and metal and wood.
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to remember, I'm made out of muscle and bone and ivory, which is technically bone. And I'm wearing chainmail. I don't know how we got that much chainmail, but I'm wearing chainmail.
Yeah, how do we get that much
Dude,
adamantine even?
I'm also dual wielding maces.
and a shield.
What?
Shield's on my back.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a half man, half elephant, half turtle.
His back is the shield.
Yeah.
I'm man elf turtle.
Okay, so we're running out of time. So Meep, do you stay on the roof all night?
I'll have to. Yeah, I can't get down. Actually, fuck it. I have to roll to calm down, right?
If you want to try and get down without taking damage, yes.
I'd like to try and get down without taking damage.
No, I will take the damage.
Have a guidance.
All right, roll Dex.
Plus D4.
Plus D4.
Plus D4.
So
how do I do?
Just roll your normal Dex check.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, roll a D4.
Actually, if you look up the
No, wait, he didn't do that right.
That's not D20. That's not D20.
You can just press the up arrow. You can press the up arrow.
I didn't put the D in.
Yep.
You can if you look the way I
now
typed
roll
it,
a D4.
you can put it all in the thing. You just add
Yeah.
plus 1 D4.
Yeah, we'll cover this next time. So 18. Yeah, you managed to get down with no damage. Nothing breaks off. You sort of brush past.
So he went all the way up there, and then left or stayed there all night.
He went all the way up there, had a look around, and then climbed back down again.
Well,
And nothing broke.
for someone who breaks furniture, that was unnecessarily risky.
Yes.
I'm just standing there looking at him like, why did you do that?
Okay, so Meep and Balazar head off to the Temple of Tyr. Belmo, as you get into the stables, you sort of hear a rustling above you.
Oh no.
As you look up, it's the same woman again.
No.
She's very badly hidden. You know,
Oh my
she
god.
thinks she's hidden,
I gotta
but
go, guys. Sorry.
okay, so
See you later.
yeah, so Moon's gone. So
Is he leaving? Is he going to the meeting or?
yes,
No. He's gonna go to
no,
the chat.
no, he's got to go pick up his brother or his
Okay.
his sister's brother or something. I don't know.
Alright, so we were.
His sister's brother.
This seems
So
like
his sister's
someone.
boyfriend, I think. But yeah,
this is a
so
good
yeah,
place
so
to wrap it up anyway. So
yeah, so I'm just trying to conclude everything.
yeah.
So Belmo, yeah, she's above you. She's not making any moves. She's just there looking.
Oh, dear me. Oh.
Bump.
I'll just stare at her. I'll just stand in the way and just look up and just sigh heavily.
She believes that she's so that you're not actually.
Oh well.
Okay.
I'll just pretend to it. I'll just ignore her and then.
Okay.
Good choice.
Okay, so Balazar and Flinchu, I assume you've both gone to bed.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? Grab a drink before you go or anything?
No.
Okay, Balazar, not Balazar, Bolang, sorry.
No. He'll be a bit restless because he really wants to fight that orc, but he'll go to sleep.
Okay, Vigil's on the roof. So that's
I'm
Bolang.
heading off to the Dark Angel.
Yep. So
How much
Glide,
is a room and
hang
a
on.
friend for the night?
One moment, I'll get to you in the end.
Mhm.
Glide, what are you doing? So you're at the bloody hatchet.
Sam, that's you.
Glide.
You're muted, by the way.
Samuel.
Sam, you're muted. I guess he's doing something.
Okay. Right, we'll just say that you are at the bloody hatchet. I'll allow you to sleep on the floor tonight. Xantor, you are heading back off to the Dark Angel.
Yes.
Okay, so you get there and you see the same barmaid there. So you walk up. Oh, hi, you're back again.
Yes, I was wondering about inquiring about a room.
Oh well, a room. Would that be with breakfast or after?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Possibly, if that's a possibility.
That would be 10 gold, please, for the night.
Of course. And
Man, expensive
might
rooms
be in the
here.
mood for a friend.
Well, we don't cover that, I'm afraid. If you would like to see one of the ladies, then ask them what their rates are.
Of course.
Private
Thank you very much.
contractors.
So you walk upstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so she also hands you your key and says, "Oh yeah, you're in room 32."
Thank you very much.
So you head
I should probably
upstairs.
take the gold off my character, shouldn't I? 1 second.
Yes, yep.
Do that first. What was it, 10, yeah?
10 gold, yep. This is a very wealthy part of the city. You can expect things to be expensive. So you
That's fine.
head up.
I've got it covered.
Okay, so you head upstairs, and it's there's a few ladies with wings, and there's a gentleman sitting at a table. He's looking at you. Yeah, he sees you admiring the angels, and he gestures you over. Says, are you interested in one of my women?
Yes, I believe I would be.
Which one takes your fancy? There's a high elf, a female human. There's also a Vidalcan. And there is a yeah. There's a few. There's a couple high elves. There's a drow, surprisingly, and then there's a few human.
I'll try and go for a human around about my age.
Okay, so there's a couple. There's a blonde and a brunette.
Brunette.
Your age. Okay, so you gesture over to her and say, yes, she's 30 gold for the night.
Of course. And I hand it to him.
Okay, he gratefully accepts and calls her over and says, Veronica, please come here. She comes over and he says, this is your gentleman for the night. Treat him well.
Madam.
She looks kind of sheepishly at him and sort of
Lady.
Unfortunately, I'm not wearing a hat. Minor illusion a hat just to tip it.
Okay. So she takes your hand, and what do you do?
I go to bed.
Okay, so you go to bed. Yeah, things happen.
30 gold just to go to sleep with somebody? Dang.
Yeah, but this roll a performance check for me, please. Xantor.
Not great at these.
No. Why? Why are we doing this?
I'd like to point out that Falunchu's an expert in that skill.
I'd like to point out you're going to see my modifier in this particular guild. Performance, you said, yeah?
Yeah, performance.
I was gonna say even Vigil's a modest hand.
I'm checking something. Sorry, I'm seeing if I have any spells that might help. Nope. Right, well this should be interesting.
Oh my gosh, you're not playing that loot.
That's my modifier.
Are you? Oh.
No, this is Xantor, not.
Okay.
When I said that I had an interesting modifier for it.
Glide said he's playing his loot.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
No.
Hang on. So Xantor. wait. So Xantor, you managed to
Run.
Stop cutting me off. So you managed to thoroughly disappoint her.
Is that right?
But you are with her all night, and you get your money's worth. And that's okay. Back to the bloody hatchet. Glide, you are playing your loot. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh dear.
I love how I literally offered to get him, like, to show him how to use it, but.
Oh, that was the cube. This is the loot.
But no.
Oh no, I offered both.
Glide, can you hear me? Can you roll D100, please? Message me if you can.
He's having a hit, but so he's getting a cool.
I mean, you can roll it.
Oh, fuck, I'll roll it. So let's.
You can just click in the top. You can just click the dice roller in the top left. The 100s are in.
So as he plays the lute, loud, ear-piercing screams emit from it, and as he plucks every string, playing every note he thinks might work, just scream after scream after scream. It sounds like the lute itself is being tortured. It feels like its fingernails have been put off, like it's being put on a rack and being stretched.
Anyone's still asleep at this point.
Oh yeah, I reckon everyone's in bed by now, but the whole
I don't
tavern's
sleep.
probably-
I mean, can we
The
hear
whole-
this?
Oh yeah, the whole tavern's woken up by this.
Yeah,
It's-
that's what I'm asking. Okay, all right, great.
So Vigil, you hear the screaming. You're up top. You hear this ear piercing. It sounds like someone's being murdered. It's
I
a
can
horrible,
hear this on the
horrible
roof.
sound. Yeah, it's a horrible sound. It's extremely loud.
I just literally close my ears.
Okay.
Falunchu just sticks some stuff in his ears and goes back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm back.
He knows
Nice.
what this is. It's not his problem.
Yeah. So you are. Were you hearing anything I said just then?
Me?
Yes.
No, I had to take a phone call.
Okay. I rolled for you to play your lute. You failed, and there's just ear-piercing screaming coming from it.
Can I say I want to try and I'm trying to play it as quietly as I can, but unfortunately it's just like the entire. There's no playing it quietly.
No, it sounds like the lute itself is being tortured. It's not.
It sounds like
sound.
I'm committing genocide downstairs. It's
yeah. You've heard it sounds like a cat singing or cat screaming. This is 10, if not 100 times worse than that. It is the most horrible sound you've ever heard. I don't think any of you have ever been in a torture chamber yet, but it sounds worse than that. Okay, it almost sounds like the sound an animal makes as it's dying. It's an absolute abhorrent sound.
Yeah, that's me.
Falunchu goes back to sleep and dreams of knifing him in the morning.
I'm surprised you can sleep.
He stuffed some stuff in his ears.
What's everyone else do? Do you just deal with it and try and go back to sleep, or do you attempt to stop it?
I'll storm into the tavern, yell at Glide. Well, I've not yelled, but yeah, so what?
So, Belmer, as you leave, you sort of hear a, oh.
I'm just shrug, ignore it. Because I know she's up there. I'm just ignoring her at the minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go in and just go to Blythe and say, just, "What are you doing?" Did you do that?
Can I help you?
So, can I just clarify? Was I just listening to Vigil ejaculate?
Maybe I should end the stream
no, I
now.
Yes, you probably should.
Yeah, just end the stream. End the stream. Yeah.
All
We're
right.
getting off.
No. I was just making fun of Toast's whatever the fuck that
gentle
was.
viewers, enjoy this beautiful tiling.